So more on that. Mylan, as you mentioned, is the latest corporation to achieve pariah status for its pricing, critics would say price gouging policies. The situation is having reverberations here at home, where a protest has just ended at the USC School of Pharmacy. Mario Ramirez joins us live with more on allegations that the school's dean is profiteering.
Right, good afternoon, Maria and Lisa. The issue at hand here is fair pharmaceutical pricing, and the perfect example is the outrage that EpiPen, which has gone up nearly 500% over the last decade. So I want to show you what this protest here looked like here at the USC School of Pharmacy in Boyle Heights. It lasted about an hour. The protesters pushing their support for Prop 61, which would require the state to negotiate with drug companies for prices that are no more than what's paid for by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, which, by the way, pays on average 20 to 24% less for medications than other government agencies. But then you have opponents who say that this measure would increase prescription drug costs for vets and reduce patient access to needed medicines. So protesters here, they're also calling for the resignation of the former dean here, who served on the board of Mylan Pharmaceutical Company while those EpiPen prices skyrocketed. Listen.
Here at USC, we have a representative of the very company that sells these drugs, Richard Vanderveen, who's the former dean of USC, now a professor here, who we're calling on to resign today because Mylan is extorting the American people by asking them to pay $600 for a drug that costs pennies.
Prop 61 is a flawed measure. Independent experts like California's legislative analysts have looked at 61 and said it could actually increase state costs. The VA has looked at 61 and said it could increase their costs by $3.8 billion each year, which would be terrible for our nation's veterans.
So you heard both sides there. 28 veterans groups, mostly here in the state of California, oppose this measure. It'll be on the November ballot coming up here pretty shortly. For now, reporting live in Boyle Heights, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Mario.
Well, there is a grim